Breaking right now at 10 o'clock, a manhunt comes to a close. A father accused of kidnapping his 4-month-old son has been apprehended. I want to get out to Atlanta News First anchor Sydney Stallworth, who has been tracking the search from Doraville Plaza, where it all began. Sydney, what is the latest?
Well, while I can tell you we are getting limited details from Doraville police tonight, but we can say that Antonio Cordova has been apprehended by police. That 4-month-old baby, his son, has been found safe and unharmed. These updates coming nearly 12 hours. All of this started with a call about a domestic violence situation from right here in this plaza. This is Antonio Cordova, the 18-year-old man police have apprehended. During the search, we were told he was wanted on several charges: kidnapping, battery, family violence, child cruelty in the 3rd degree, and interference with custody. Police say that they were called to Doraville Plaza around 10 o'clock Tuesday morning for a domestic violence situation. We're told during this time Cordova took his 4-month-old son without permission, and when police tried to apprehend him, he then took off in a purple Infiniti sedan. Now, police are telling us that they're still investigating what happened, but throughout the course of this search, we learned more about Cordova. We know that he does have a history of family violence and stalking. We've also learned that he has other warrants out for his arrest in other law enforcement agencies. We're expecting more information from Doraville police as the hours go on and into tomorrow. That's the latest from Doraville. I'm Sydney Stallworth, Atlanta News First.